Live. Good news now for New England, and this is definitive. Patriots cornerback Christian Gonzalez has cleared the concussion protocol and is expected to play Sunday against the Texans. And Drake Maye and company got a real good look at that Texans defense and what they can do on Monday night. Since DeMeco Ryans became Houston's head coach in 2023, the Texans have 5 defensive touchdowns in the playoffs. They had 2 at the Steelers in the wild card, more than the rest of the NFL combined. Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel spoke moments ago about facing this Houston defense.
No, man, we want to try to be as precise as possible. We haven't talked one time about being perfect since I've been here. You know, we're aiming for success and not perfection. Nobody's going to be perfect. We're going to need to be precise. We know how critical taking care of the football is in every game, especially against a team that's plus 16 in the turnover margin. But I've never once said that we have to be perfect at anything.
You don't necessarily need to be perfect. You do need to be precise, but every now and then you need to be able to go above and beyond the X's and O's with athleticism. Let's look at the different ways the Houston Texans can get people around the ball and why Drake Maye being able to run, utilize his legs will be huge. Here you see the Houston Texans. They're going to go strong with 3 people to the right side of the line of scrimmage. They know that that's going to make the Pittsburgh Steelers bring a man here, bring a man here, bring a man here, bring one here, and block out, which is going to leave Will Anderson one-on-one with the tackle. And what we're going to get from the Houston Texans is this. We're going to get Sheldon Rankins going to get his one-on-one here, and then Will Anderson is going to attack on the outside, and this is how they get multiple hats to the quarterback. Now, you see on the rush, you have exactly what you want if you're DeMeco Ryans' defense, a one-on-one here with Sheldon Rankins using his power rush and bulldozing and bull rushing the guard. And now Will Anderson Jr. on the outside using his speed to get to the quarterback. Now, they make the play, and I'm going to pause this just for Marcus, right? When we pause it, let's go back a little bit, and let's look at Sheldon Rankins. He's not a guy that's bending just at the waist. Look at the knees, look at the hips, look at the ankles. That's the type of athleticism that we get from the BMBs. And now he gets the ball, he gets it to the end zone. And that's 2 weeks in a row. D tackles of the Houston Texans have been in the end zone. Now we're going to watch the Los Angeles Chargers rush Drake Maye. You're going to get a tackle stunt here, and it's going to be a pick, which is going to get one of those guys free to the inside and another to the out. Now you see when we get the junk here is going to allow him to get free, and now we'll get right to the quarterback. Watch Drake Maye maneuver in this pocket and get out of this. This looks like a dead quarterback, a quarterback that shouldn't be able to make a play. He will have some of these situations against the Houston Texans. With his athleticism, breaks 2 tackles, gets out of the box, and now he gets a gain of 8 yards, almost a first down. Later in that drive was a touchdown pass to Hunter Henry. If Drake Maye can make some of these plays against the Houston Texans, they struggled against quarterbacks that can utilize their legs.
Well done. Swagoo, your thoughts?
That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. I have such great feelings because the defensive line was put on display by DB. That's number one. We are absolutely making strides as the big fellas. But I agree. I agree, RC. I agree. The secondary play is how you beat the Houston Texans. You're not going to line straight up and go down the field on this football team. We've seen enough of the sample size and enough of the work to understand that it's going to take special plays in order for you to have success. They played Josh Allen earlier in the season. Josh Allen only had 1 run that went over 5 yards. It was a 14-yard scramble in the 4th quarter on a critical down, and that was because the edge was messed up after Will Anderson took an inside pass. So I 100% here it is right here with the Josh Allen play. This is how you're going to have to play as a quarterback. This is not going to be one of those. This will be Drake Maye's hardest NFL game he's ever played in his life. And it's not because of complication. It's because of the talent, it's because of the speed, and it is because how these guys run to the football, and when they get there, it is bad intentions. Y'all, this game was 30-6.
I love it.
This game from the Houston Texans ended in a score of 30-6. And might I say that the Houston Texans offense wasn't explosive.
Nope.
So that lets you know all you need to know about what this defense can do in a game, and you just got to make sure that they don't wreck it.
Not explosive. How about how many times they turned the ball over and they still had that score? Listen, Patriots D-line's coming off a big game too, Dan. All right, so which team is better equipped to handle that battle up front in this one?
Yeah, honestly, out of respect to Houston, I say New England. And I think there's a little pressure on Matt Burke, the defensive coordinator for the Texans. This is going to be Josh McDaniels' 23rd playoff game that he's calling, the offensive coordinator for the Patriots. And RC, I love the touchscreen and the overload front that you design. The one thing that I have absolutely loved about New England this year is every play starts with how do we protect it? Yeah. How do we protect it? And so I've talked about all season long, the tight end in the back and the chip and the chip and the chip. Sometimes they're in the backfield, the double tight ends. And so I think Josh McDaniels having the understanding of, I'm not letting these edge rushers ruin this football game. Easier said than done. I agree and understand. But I do think that he's got at least the experience. On the flip side, we watched Milton Williams for New England start to take the game over last week. Nick Caley, I want to see Nick Caley, who's the play caller for the Houston Texans, how he handles Milton Williams. Because this is probably the best defensive tackle, at least that they've played from a pass rush perspective, in a while. And you got to have plans for guys like this. This is not just we take the paper says the right guard blocks the left defensive tackle. No. And so I trust Josh McDaniels to have a good plan. I want to see what Nick Caley dials up when it comes to how he handles Milton Williams in obvious pass situations.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of jumbo in this game. Yeah. A lot. Because first of all, to go back to your guys' discussion, I think both defensive lines have a matchup advantage here against both offensive lines. And I think both of these teams have used jumbo, 6 offensive linemen, to great effect. In the last round, the Houston Texans, when they put a 6 offensive lineman on the field, they ran the ball really well. 15 carries, 6.4 yards per attempt. This is not a great run game, but it looked like it against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Patriots are not a significantly better run defense, by the way. And then on the flip side, Drake Maye, both of his explosive throws downfield came out of 6 offensive lineman looks. Thayer Munford is the guy that they put on to match that. So I think both teams will try to use it to mitigate that advantage to some degree, because I think Houston has to find a way to run the ball, and I think New England has to find a way to throw the ball downfield to make this one close, because as we saw, throwing short against the Houston Texans is not a recipe for success.
Let's take a look at our picks in this one. I got to say, I was surprised. We are all
No way.
No way. No.
Change my pick.
I know.
Change mine.
I know.
Hell no. Change my pick.
Once the gong is in, it's fine.
What?
Nico
None of
Collins
y'all
isn't
took
playing.
No. Lydell got my paper wrong.
Mina's gone.
Lydell, did you get my paper?
Mina,
It says right here. It says right here. Ryan told
This is
Lydell
so close.
the Patriots. No, it says
No,
it.
it doesn't.
Hannah, it says
I thought when
right
Nico
there.
Collins was ruled
can't
out,
see
everybody
it.
would change it but me. I hate this.
I know. Oh my gosh, you guys, the Texans.
This is bad.
No,
I don't
This
see
is
this
bad.
screenshot.
This is bad.
you guys,
bro.
no Houston
This is
team
bad,
has been to a
man.
conference championship game
love it.
since the Oilers in 1979. Love you,
New
Blue.
England fans are going to be mad at us.
I mean, we can't do this to H-Town.
Me and Marcus got to go to
I'm
Foxborough.
changing my pick. I'm
Y'all
changing
know
my pick.
Baby D.
I hate
I'm
it.
changing.
And I remember the day when nobody was picking the Texans.